Want to know how much I love smoking? See this shirt? Used to be white. Even though this is the beginning of the video, I'm gonna give you a controversial take immediately. There's no debate. Appearance, I am gonna give it in right now. This is the first 10 ever on this channel. I am gonna give the appearance off the rip a 10. This is the Fuente OpusX Society.
Everything that we love is temporary. Please remember me when I'm dead and I'm buried. My mind just wants to be free. Wants to be free.
It feels so wrong to unseive the cigar. It feels, oh my god, it comes off easily, but it's like this blue color is just so elegant and beautiful. I love it. Blue is my favorite color. So I'm a little biased. It's a little biasy to this rating system, but of course, yes, appearance go towards the final grade. But if the cigar has a taste note of a 1 rating or a 2 rating, the appearance is 10 and the construction is 8. If the taste is 1 or 2, it will still be an ash cigar. Taste notes holds way more value than appearance and construction. This is a triple review with my good buddies Soy Sauce Assassin and Midnight Cigar. If I say Tony, I'm referencing Soy Sauce Assassin. If I say Eric, that is Midnight Cigars. The wrapper is very light. You get a very slight wood from the wrapper. I'm not really getting much. I've noticed a lot of cigars that has like no scents. The wrapper or foot, a little bit more flavorful. Maybe taking a bump helped because now I was able to actually smell like earth. A little bit, yeah, just earth and wood. Dang, so good. It's time for the circumcision. I'm here to get rid of your hoodie. It hurts. I'm reviewing nothing but $60+ cigars to you guys, back to back to back to back. I'm just sad at this point. The cigar is tight. Kind of weird that I'm not getting anything from the cold draw. Other than now, okay. I'm getting some type of weird, not weird. I'm getting a sweetness. I'm not sure it's creamy. I'm not sure if it's like milky or I don't know. Sugary, vanilla. It's just like a sweet scent. Let's do it. Okay. Wow. little spice, leather, earth, woodsy. Haven't had much experience of OpusX much, but I have been told that they are known to be wood bombs, not really spice bombs or any other things. But see how it's woven in that binder. Sorry if my hand shakes. I literally just came back from the gym. This is different though. Opus is something I always wanted to explore. A ball for you. Yeah, this channel is not going to be very favored towards people who enjoy budget sticks. Listen, you could choose the type of life you want to have when it comes to cigars, and budget sticks is fine. Having those middle grade sticks, which I believe I'll put that between like the $12 to $18 range. Budget sticks I see as like 11 to 5. Mid-range, I'll call it like 12 to 18. When I start saying like a little bit more like premium or more of a elegance starts to portray in the cigars itself, is once I say like $19 plus. Obviously 50 plus is a little bit more of not highballer status, but more of celebratory. Just crazy. So my little philosophy with life is that if I die tomorrow, the money I make is not coming with me. So why not just enjoy the hard work I did? At the same time, I'm giving you guys videos and I'm making poor decisions that makes my wife upset with me. Especially one of the things I love doing with my wife is to annoy her. So it's a win-win. It's a triple win. I get a video, I smoke an expensive cigar, my wife yells at me. At least we're communicating. And I can poke fun at her. And we're back to normal. It's fine to splurge on things you always want to try. And that's what I'm doing right now with all these cigars that you guys have been seeing for the last couple weeks. It will not be the norm of this channel. Probably by the end of February, it's back to regular sticks. I had so many hiatuses. I want to make a great comeback. So this is my way to come back. The draw has a slight resistance. I'll give the smoke output a C plus, B minus, anything. It's not bad for the smoke output. It definitely could be greater. It's definitely packed. No tunneling. The ash is a beautiful white. Very beautiful white. The burn is also very slow. Typically, I would have done the cigar unlit and then talk about the cigar. I got too distracted. The cigar was too pretty. It's like a stone. I saw a stone. I wanted to get it. I got the stone. The OpusX Society is 6 1/4 by 49. It's a Toro. There is no MSRP, but Fuente did state that it has to be at least in the minimum of $90 after sales tax and stuff like that. So I guess you could say technically the cigar is supposed to be MSRP $90, but $100 looks better on a thumbnail than $90. So that's why $100 on the thumbnail. Clickbait. If you were to buy a box, the box comes with 20. Meaning, if it's supposed to be 90 a stick with a quick moth, because 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1 does 3 quick moth. So that means a box should be minimally 1,800. Minimally. If each cigar is supposed to be $90, the box is supposed to be at minimum $1,800. For the origins of the cigar, the wrapper is a beautiful, tasty Undisclosed. The binder is a very rich, delicious Undisclosed. And the filler with multiple regions of the country called Undisclosed. When it comes to strength, predict, I believe medium plus. I know I'm gonna butcher this, but this project is a collaboration with Manny Iriarte. 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 Ariarte. I think so. But Manny Ariarte Enterprise, which they have done plenty of collaborations in the past. But that's a collaboration this particular cigar is pairing with Carlos Fuente. There's a sweet, earthy woodiness to the cigar. And spice too. And that spice resides in your nose when you retro. It lingers. That's all I'm getting from the cigar at the moment. I'll see you guys in a second, third. I'm at this point of the cigar. It's beautiful. Look at that very touch of gray, almost like the brand you use to get rid of the grays in your hair. I will be approaching that very soon. That very beautiful white, the ash. There's a tiny tunnel, but that's just from like, that's dead in the middle. That's just when they roll it up. It looked wrong. There's not really much changes to the cigar. The flavor notes is very, what is it, linear? It changes a bit. It's more sweeter, but predominantly you get that wood. And that's how Tony describes Opuses, as a cedar woodsy cigar. My flavor profile tend to be on the sweeter side, which, you know, I'm trying to hit the gym. You know, I'm getting less boobs now compared to when I first started this channel. I have a sweet tooth. With cigars, I tend to have that coffee chocolate sweet notes, a little bit of hay, a little bit of that floral. I like that. Those are good to me. Even there's people who like earth, which they go for the Amazon basin. People who like spices, so they go for Espinosas or AJ Fernandez. This will 100% match your palate if you love woodsy cigars, especially sweet wood cigars. There's a little murky earth to this sweet wood. It's not a bad combination. It actually complements each other very well. Unfortunately, a crack has happened to the cigar. See? But so far the construction is holding it, and it's not drawing weird. Towards this middle section, the cigar did get a little more tighter when it comes to the draw. There's much more resistance. Nothing has really dramatically changed with the flavor as of yet. I'm also getting a nice leather to the cigar as well. It may all sound like very basic taste notes to a cigar, but this feels different than those $4 cigars, $8 cigars that has those key factor elements when it comes to the taste notes. I'm gonna call it there. I'll see you guys in the last third. All right, I'm at the last third of the cigar, and it's slightly canoeing. I'm really conflicted with the cigar, because not only did it shatter history on my channel with getting the first 10, it's not memorable. There's nothing about it that screams smoke again. Yeah, it's like sweet, woodsy, earthy, leathery. And spice is gone. The initial puff had a spice that lingered. Now it's just like non-existent. There's like a little toastiness to it, but it's plain. Like, I was trying my best to have it grow on me, and maybe something maneuvers into something that's like a wow factor, because the description, you know, Fuente put, you know, a different blend to this opus, something they never done before. Like, the description on either on Half Wheel or all the other sites that sell the cigar basically oversold it. I mean, it kind of makes sense because when the cigar was first up for grabs online, I just saw it for 180, 185, 190. Then I managed to find it for 150. That's how much I spent for this one. Then as the week progresses, I personally sent two of these societies to both Tony and Eric, but I felt robbed because the shop where I originally got it for 150 now sells it for 120. That's when I grabbed it for Tony and Eric. But seeing how that price hike is dwindling, and again, it's supposed to be bare minimum $90, I could see it potentially hitting that number maybe by March, if there's a lot of residuals left. It's a beautiful looking cigar when it comes to the band work, but it's forgettable. And as this last third, it's losing a lot of its flavor. So with that, I'm just going to just state how I feel with the cigar, both the construction and the taste notes. So with construction, I use a cutter that has a back to it so I won't overcut it. And that cracked the cigar, and it's not dry. I kept it in this humidor for quite a while since I bought it. And I think the cigar has been acclimated into my humidor for about maybe 3 weeks. My humidor is currently at 68 degrees, and for the humidity, it is currently at 66. So it's in perfect cigar storing condition. Yeah, it's not like it's dry. Like I could squeeze it and it feels spongy. Before the crack from the cut, that's odd. Construction. You had that resistance of the cigar, and towards the second third, it became way more tighter. You had an element of, again, that crack, which is kind of concerning. Bands came off perfectly, no tears, no other cracks into the actual wrapper. Everything came out perfectly fine when it came to the removal of the bands. It didn't canoe. It slightly canoed for a bit, but it fixed itself and went back to normal. The ash is a nice bone white, has a little grayish touch to it, but it's not like a deep gray. But it has nice white residuals on where, I guess, where the wrapper's at. So I guess I'll give the construction a 6.5, because at least it would stand. But again, that crack, the resistance, the tightness. I have a tool for the perfect draw. I had to use the perfect draw tool, and I also had to do another slight cut to get more smoke output. And that's another concern as well. The smoke output is very low for my cigar. I'm thinking a 6.5 seems right for the construction. And then for the taste note, this is gonna be a controversial video. I'm just gonna give the taste note a 3. It's very linear and very basic. Whenever you create a cigar, you have like base formula. And when you have your bundle sticks, when you have your typical affordable cigars, they tend to have very neutral taste notes, which consists of either cedar, earth, leather, maybe a little bit of spice. Those are the very basic ingredients of a cigar. This has all of that. Nothing stood out. Like Padrones, you have that chocolate, you have that espresso, you have that spice, you have those other flavor notes that makes a Padron a Padron. It makes it unique. You have Espinosas with that super powerful spice. You have other cigars that's known for this, known for that. You know, they have their uniqueness. This cigar has no uniqueness. There's no unique quality. And for the dollar amount that's supposed to be bare minimum $90, you will think you would get, you know, at least a ride of flavor. as you venture through the cigar from the first, second to last third, but it was very persistent. The spice was nice and it resides in your nostril when you retro it, and it was pleasurable. But then after the first couple of draws, it then dwindles and just stayed dwindled. It never reignited. I don't know, it's very disappointing because this is the first time I ever gave a cigar a 10 for anything. Any cigar. I got to like a 9.5 before I got to a 9. I never gave a cigar a perfect 10 for anything. And it was the whole color scheme of the band, that royal blue or whatever blue you want to call it. That really caught my eyes. Like when I went to the cigar shop and I saw that, I was like, ooh, it immediately caught my eye. And that's something that I base cigars on. If it's very eye-catching and it has those qualifications to completely grab my attention, which is why I gave it a 10. But everything else just ends up being meh. Despite it having a 10 for appearance, with the 6.5 for construction and the 3 for the taste notes, this cigar lands on a 5.625. In other words, this cigar is a trash. $150 out of my pocket just to call it a trash. This kind of proves the point to the people who are watching. Just because a cigar has a big price point, just because a cigar has this quote unquote big backing or this amazing name tied to it, doesn't mean it's amazing. And opuses are collector items. That's one of the only cigars that doesn't really have an MSRP. It's just, it's released and the market determines the price. And for some reason, these cigars are predetermined to be $100 plus. I have many cigars way below that. It tastes way more vibrant than this cigar itself. But because of that, this cigar is a trash. Hope you guys enjoyed today's review of the Carlos Fuente OpusX Society. As always, I love your faces, and I'm out. Peace.